It's a scary thought. One day, you might forget the most precious moments of your life. Worried about losing your mental sharpness as you get older? That's a totally normal fear. But what if I told you that you have the power to do something about it? In this video, we're going to share 10 simple yet powerful habits. These habits can help keep your brain sharp and healthy well past 65. And trust me, some of these will definitely surprise you. Okay, so let's dive into the first habit. Physical activity. You might be thinking, yeah, exercise is good for you, I get it. But the benefits for your brain are just massive. Picture your brain. It's a super complex and demanding organ. It needs a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients. And what's the best way to improve circulation? You guessed it, movement. When you move, your heart pumps faster, pushing blood more efficiently throughout your body, including your precious brain. It's like a regular delivery of fresh fuel and lubrication for the most important machine you own. But there's more. Physical activity stimulates the production of a special protein called BDNF. Don't worry about memorizing the name. What's important is that this protein acts like fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps them grow, form new connections, and protects existing neurons. Think of it as creating a resilience fund for your brain, making it more resistant to damage. Even a simple daily walk can kickstart these amazing processes. You don't need to run a marathon right away. Start small. Take a brisk walk in the park, sign up for a dance class, try swimming. The key is to make movement a regular part of your life. It's an investment in your future, in the clarity of your mind for years to come. Remember that the next time you want to just chill on the couch, your brain will thank you for every minute of activity. All right, let's move on to the second habit, and it's just as important as the first: mental stimulation. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. Constant learning keeps your brain sharp and healthy. When you're learning, reading, or solving problems, your brain is working hard, building new connections and strengthening existing ones. It's like creating new pathways and improving old ones on a map of your brain. The more pathways you have, the faster information travels. This improves your memory, thinking, and problem-solving skills. Think of it as building up your cognitive reserve. The bigger the reserve, the better your brain can handle age-related changes or even injuries. So, what activities can help? Learning a new language is great, and it's never too late to start. You could also pick up a new skill, like playing the piano or painting. Even just reading challenging books or doing crossword puzzles can give your brain a good workout. The key is to find something new and challenging, something that makes you think. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone when it comes to learning. It's the best exercise for your neurons. Mental activity makes your brain more flexible and resilient, and it's a powerful tool for keeping your mind healthy and sharp. Okay, we've covered movement and mental workouts. Now let's talk about what we literally feed our brains. Habit number 3, healthy eating. Think of your brain like a super complex machine. It needs the right fuel to run smoothly, and that fuel is the food you choose. Certain foods contain nutrients that directly support brain function and protect it from damage. Take omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, nuts, and flax seeds. These are literally building blocks for brain cells and help improve communication between neurons. Think of them as the lubricant for all those brain highways we talked about earlier. Antioxidants, abundant in colourful fruits and vegetables like berries and leafy greens, protect your brain from oxidative stress. It's like a shield against rust for your cells. Whole grains provide a steady stream of energy for your brain, preventing those energy spikes and crashes. And what about specific diets? The Mediterranean diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, fish, olive oil and nuts, is consistently ranked as one of the best for brain health. It reduces inflammation and improves blood vessel health. And healthy blood vessels mean better blood flow to the brain. Avoid excessive sugar, unhealthy fats, and processed foods. They can cause inflammation and negatively impact cognitive function. By choosing healthy foods, you're literally building a stronger, more resilient brain. It's a habit that fuels your intelligence and safeguards your future. All right, let's move on to habit number 4, This one might seem less obvious than the others, but it has a huge impact. Social engagement. We're social creatures, plain and simple. Our brains are wired for connection. Interacting with other people isn't just fun. It's a serious workout for your brain. When you talk, listen and discuss things, your brain is firing on all cylinders. You're processing information, reacting, showing empathy. It stimulates so many different parts of your brain. Social interaction also helps reduce stress and boost your mood, and we already know how damaging stress is to the brain. Feeling a sense of belonging, having support, sharing laughter with others, all of that creates a great environment for your neurons. On the flip side, social isolation is linked to a higher risk of cognitive decline. Loneliness can be toxic to your brain. That's why it's so important to maintain your connections. Get together with friends and family. Join clubs or groups that interest you. Volunteer. Even just regular phone calls or video chats can make a difference. Every conversation, every meet-up is like a little boost for your social intelligence and emotional well-being. And that directly impacts the overall health of your brain. Don't underestimate the power of human connection. It's a key to a happy and sharp mind. All right, let's move on to habit number 5. It's one that's often overlooked in today's fast-paced world. Quality sleep. You might think sleep is just downtime for your body, but it's actually a super active time for your brain. Think of it as a period of cleaning and repair. While you're in deep sleep, your brain is literally clearing out the trash that's built up during the day. Imagine a special system that only works at night while you sleep, flushing out toxins, including beta-amyloid protein, which is linked to Alzheimer's disease. Lack of sleep means this waste isn't cleared away effectively. It builds up, and that can damage brain cells over time. Plus, sleep is crucial for memory. It's during sleep that your brain processes the information you've taken in throughout the day and moves it from short-term memory to long-term storage. It's like archiving important files. If you're sleep-deprived, this process gets disrupted, and your ability to remember things suffers. So, make sleep a priority. Most adults need 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet and cool. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. Getting enough good sleep isn't a luxury. It's a foundation for brain health and a strong memory. It's like giving your brain a chance to reboot and prepare for a new day. Okay, let's move on to habit number 6. This one's super relevant in today's world. Stress management. Life's stressful, that's just a given. But how we react to that stress makes a huge difference, especially for our brains. Chronic stress, the kind that sticks around for a long time, is a real enemy to brain cells. When you're stressed, your body pumps out hormones like cortisol. A little bit is fine, even helpful. But when you're flooded with cortisol for too long, it starts to damage brain cells. The hippocampus, the area responsible for memory and learning, really takes a hit. Think of constant stress like a never-ending storm for your brain. It breaks things down and messes with how things are supposed to work. That's why learning to cope with stress is so important. Find what helps. You relax and unwind. It could be anything. Meditation, deep breathing, yoga, getting out in nature. Maybe it's a hobby that totally absorbs you, like knitting, painting or gardening. The key is to find your personal ways to switch off the stress. Regularly practicing relaxation techniques helps lower cortisol levels and protect your brain. It's not selfish, it's essential. Taking care of your emotional well-being is a direct investment in your brain health. Learn to let go of tension. Your brain will thank you for it. Okay, let's talk about habit number 7. And this one's all about your overall physical well-being. We're talking about managing chronic conditions and keeping tabs on your key health numbers. You might be thinking, what does this have to do with my brain? Well, the connection is huge. Your body is one interconnected system, and what affects one part affects everything else. Vascular health is especially important. Think about things like high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, and high cholesterol. These conditions can damage blood vessels throughout your entire body, including the ones in your brain. Imagine the tiniest capillaries delivering oxygen and nutrients to every single brain cell. If these vessels become damaged, stiff, or clogged, blood flow is disrupted. Your brain starts to miss out on what it needs. This can lead to microstrokes, tiny ones you might not even notice, or a gradual decline in brain function. That's why it's crucial to keep these numbers in check. Get your blood pressure checked regularly. Monitor your blood sugar, especially if you have a family history of diabetes. Get your cholesterol levels tested. Work with your doctor to create a treatment plan or lifestyle adjustments if anything is off. This isn't just about heart or kidney health, it's directly about brain health. By controlling these risk factors, you're protecting the delicate vascular network in your brain. You're ensuring a steady supply of vital resources to every part of it. This is a critical step in dementia prevention, so listen to your body's signals and follow your doctor's advice. Let's move on to habit number 8. It seems so obvious, it's easy to overlook. We're talking about harmful habits like smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. You already know they're bad for your overall health, but their devastating impact on the brain and dementia risk is a whole other level. Think about it. Smoking literally kills brain cells and damages the blood vessels that feed your brain. When those vessels are compromised, your brain doesn't get enough oxygen. This dramatically increases the risk of stroke, a major cause of vascular dementia. It's like deliberately clogging the pipes in your house. Eventually, something's going to break down. And alcohol, too much of it, is a direct poison to nerve cells. It can cause inflammation in the brain and even shrink its overall volume over time. The areas responsible for memory and thinking are particularly vulnerable. Imagine each extra drink causing tiny micro damages. Quitting smoking at any age significantly reduces your risk of dementia. Cutting back on alcohol to reasonable levels, or quitting altogether if you have a problem, is also a huge step in protecting your brain. It's not easy, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your cognitive health. It's literally choosing a clearer mind. All right, so we've reached habit number 9, and it might seem a bit out of left field at first. Regular hearing and vision checks. You might be thinking, what does that have to do with brain health and dementia prevention? Well, the connection is direct and really important. Our eyes and ears are the primary gateways for information from the outside world to our brains. Our brains are constantly receiving and processing massive amounts of data from what we see and hear. This provides incredible stimulation. It keeps our brains active and helps build and maintain neural pathways. Think of your brain as a complex processor that constantly needs input to function effectively. If your hearing or vision starts to decline and isn't corrected, the flow of that data is drastically reduced. Your brain starts to receive fewer stimuli. It's like suddenly cutting back on exercise for your body. Your brain starts to slack off. Research confirms that unaddressed hearing loss, for example, is strongly linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. One reason is that the brain has to work harder to understand sounds, or it simply stops processing some information altogether. Another major reason is that it often leads to social isolation, as communication becomes more difficult. And we already know how harmful loneliness is to the brain. But the good news is, this is reversible. Timely correction, the right glasses, or a modern hearing aid, can restore that crucial flow of information. This helps keep your brain active, provides the necessary stimulation, and thereby reduces the risk. Don't put off a visit to the eye doctor or audiologist if you notice problems with your vision or hearing. It's a simple but incredibly effective step to protect your brain in the long run. It's an investment in your cognitive well-being. All right, let's talk about habit number 9. It might not be what you expect, but it's crucial. Regular hearing and vision checks. You might be thinking, what does that have to do with my brain and preventing dementia? Well, the connection is direct and really significant. Our eyes and ears are the primary gateways for information coming from the outside world into our brain. Our brains are constantly receiving and processing massive amounts of data from what we see and hear. This provides a huge amount of stimulation, which keeps the brain active and helps to build and maintain neural connections. Think of your brain as a complex processor that constantly needs input to function at its best. When your hearing or vision deteriorates and isn't corrected, the flow of this vital information is significantly reduced. The brain starts receiving fewer stimuli. It's like drastically reducing the workload at the gym. The brain starts to slack off. Studies have shown that unaddressed hearing loss, for example, is strongly linked to an increased risk of cognitive decline and dementia. One reason is that the brain has to work harder to understand sounds, or it simply stops processing some information altogether. Another significant reason is that it often leads to social isolation because communication becomes more difficult. We know how damaging loneliness is for the brain. But the good news is that this is reversible. Timely correction, whether it's properly fitted glasses or a modern hearing aid, can restore that vital flow of information. This helps keep the brain active, provides the necessary stimulation, and reduces the risk. Don't put off seeing an eye doctor or audiologist if you're experiencing any vision or hearing problems. It's a simple but highly effective step in protecting your brain in the long run. It's all about taking care of your cognitive well-being. The thought of forgetting life's most precious moments is terrifying, isn't it? Worried about losing your mental sharpness as you get older? It's a common fear. But what if I told you that you have the power to do something about it? In this video, we're going to cover 10 simple but powerful habits. They can help keep your brain sharp and healthy well past 65. And trust me, some of these will surprise you.